Hello and welcome back to another Python tutorial. My name's Tom with MasterCode Online. As always, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to our channel. In today's tutorial, we're going to go ahead and continue to work on our object-oriented programming example here. And we're going to create a method inside our student class to handle our GPA. This is going to be the last step before we start going into inheritance. So I want to just be able to calculate a GPA. That way we can inherit from our classes, our students' classes, I should say, like actual classes where they learn stuff, not our Python classes, and we'll process the data that way. But to get started, I just want to set up a simple method to handle our GPA, and next tutorial we'll start looking at inheritance. So let's get started. I'm going to create a method in here. I'm going to call it we'll call it grade point. Point like that, and we're going to pass self, and it's going to take a list of arguments. So we do that with the asterisks and then args. All right. This way we can pass a numerous amount of arguments in here that will be presented in the list. If you guys haven't learned about args yet, go back and check out our tutorial on args and keyword args. I think it's pretty good. Anyhow, all right, so let's go ahead and do self.gpa is equal to the sum of args. All right, so like I said, this is going to be a list of arguments passed in. So we want to get the sum of that list, and then we're going to go ahead and divide that list by the length of args. All right, so we can get an average. All right, so we get a total of all the GPAs passed in here, and then we get the length of how many objects are contained in this args list, and we divide by that to get our average. Pretty simple. All right, so let's go ahead and fire up our interpreter. So I'm going to go ahead and do Python 3 on this machine, and I'm going to do from student import student. All right, and now I'm going to go ahead and do I need to create an object, so a is equal to student, and my name is Tom, my last name is Myers, my date of birth is make one up, 11/03, actually it's 23, and 2017. And my next question is my age, so we'll just say I'm 14. What grade am I in? 9th. Like that. Alright, cool. I covered all the objects without looking back. I must have a better memory than I think I do. Alright, cool. So we got a student object created. Now we want to go ahead and set a GPA. Alright. So to do that, we're going to go a dot, I think I called it grade point after I said I have a great memory. Alright, a dot grade point. So we're calling the grade point method, and we're going to pass in some arguments. Now that we used asterisk.args, we can pass as many arguments as we like, and they'll be presented to our function as a list of arguments. So with that being said, we're going to do 2.0, 3.0, and 4.0. Alright, so we have a total of, what is that, 9 being passed in, divided by 3 objects. We should get a 3.0 back, and the reason I did it so simply is so I can check my math. Alright, so we add this to the grade point method, and then we call a.gpa, and we get 3.0. Alright, so that's how we create the grade point method in our little program here. In the next tutorial, we're going to start inheriting from the students' classes to get their grade point average. So that's why we set this up today. If you have any questions, please let me know. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to our channel. I'll see you in the next tutorial where we start working with inheritance.